looks good. I don't see the live. Oh, there it is.
Hey, Southeast Sacker, how you doing? Hope you're having a good night.
Hey, Southeast, how are ya?
Hope everything's well with you. A fairly nice day today, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was a fairly nice day.
Yes, it was.
Supposed to be getting some cold weather here soon, so anything for discussions? Well, let's see. I guess the breaking stories is today that Elon Musk is going to audit Fort Knox. Has anybody heard this? I'm sure there's a few videos out about it right now that
Well, yeah, they're going to go through
good old Elon Musk is going to audit Fort Knox. And it seems like everybody's making a video about it. I think we all know the truth behind that. What do you think?
I think they're going to not be surprised that there's nothing there.
I don't think there's been anything there for a long time now.
It says the IRS has officially granted Doge complete and unlimited access to all data/servers.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, where are you getting that off of? Telegram?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, well. There we go, that's better. That isn't a fairy fruitcake. Well, you're right about that. CCC Rex. I am definitely not a fruitcake, man. No, I'm not a fruitcake. What do you think, babe? You think I'm a fruitcake?
No, not at all.
Yeah, Southeast Stacker, I definitely believe that. They'll do the audit, but we won't be able to, they won't tell us anything. Either way, I mean, there hasn't been any gold in Fort Knox since the 70s. Well, I don't know who Ian Yeager is, but
it's on Telegram. Says breaking Elon Musk suggests doing a live video walkthrough of Fort Knox to ensure that the gold is there. We would all, it says people across the country would be able to watch this live. So we'd be able to literally watch him live, opening it up and seeing what's in there. All together.
Oh, there you go.
So they can't say that they did something with it.
1974 was the last time it was audited, and what did they find? Now, rumor has it that somebody, that when they threw the doors open, that it was empty. So I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, gold. Rumor has it that it was empty in 74. They didn't show the gold, you know. That's
that.
Well,
they obviously don't believe there's any there.
There's not. It's not there, and it hasn't been for quite some time. You know, I don't even know what security. What do they have for security around Fort Knox right now? I mean, is there any? I'm not sure. I think it's been long gone for a while now.
Yeah, it's not there. We all know. Anybody with half a brain knows it's been gone for a while.
Yeah, Southeast, they've never showed it. Rex, it's been gone for a while, and they print money out of thin air. There's nothing backing it. If there is military security, they're not going to say nothing, but
What do y'all think about that plane crash today in Canada where the plane landed upside down, or I don't know if you'd say landed, I guess landed upside down. Did y'all see that? Did anybody see that on the news?
I'm sure they did. It's all over the news
What
right
do y'all
now.
think happened? Have they said? Does anybody know?
Was there any actual live footage of this plane landing on its top, or somehow ending up in a way to where it is upside down? That was kind of odd, I thought. Nixon did take us off the gold standard. And it's, man, we're stackers, right? Silver and gold stackers is what we would consider ourselves to be. And for me, honestly, if the government just needs to leave it alone now. They took us off the gold standard. I think, who was it? Roosevelt did it. Oh man. Anyhow, they just need to leave it alone. Anything the government ever touches turns to shit anyways. So I don't want them messing around with silver and gold. They're gonna hyperinflate the price of it and do just like they did with the pre-33. And you know about the pre-33 gold, right? That was when Roosevelt had the not the confiscation of it, but the turn in of pre-33 gold. Okay, and then right after everybody turned it in, the price jumped up. Yeah, that was butthole booger fart.
Hi, Zenglitch.
Blessings from Canada.
I was just talking about that plane crash that happened today in Canada. Do you know anything about that? Where a plane ended up like upside down on the runway? And Southeast, yeah, I don't watch mainstream media either, but it's like even all over alternative media, so it was just kind of hard to.
Well, I tend to stay away from any real source of media.
I only mainstream media I watch is Fox sometimes, and that Right Side Broadcasting, RSBN.
They all survived, luckily. Few injuries, lots of injuries.
Did they say how that happened, Zenglitch? Or they don't know yet? Are they still like investigating?
Well, what had happened was it hit a patch of ice, and it spun out of control because it didn't have it in 4-wheel drive.
Hi, Japan. How are you?
And it's like when you hit black ice, you lose control and you spin, and then somehow it just came to rest, landing on its top.
So it was like gonna take off.
Snowy conditions.
It was taken off.
I don't know if it was taken off or landing. I'm assuming it was landing.
Okay, because it hit the ice.
It
okay.
Hit the ice.
Okay. Well, I'm glad everybody was okay. Thank God.
That's Russian Orthodox. No, I'm not Russian Orthodox.
I don't see that comment.
9? Is that no? Definitely not Russian Orthodox. So yeah, they don't do snow chains on airplane tires, right? Which is kind of interesting. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, it wasn't good, and it's kind of odd. I find it kind of odd that all of a sudden that once this new administration comes in, that now all of a sudden that we're having all these disasters, air disasters.
Hello, Mohammed.
Where's the flag? It's the Texas flag.
Hi,
Oh, southeast.
Broke
That's right.
Stacker.
9 is German.
How are
What was
you,
I?
Broke?
I guess there is a big difference between Germany and Russia, huh?
Broke Stacker's here.
Oh, okay. The Orthodox cross in the back. No, it's just
No, it's cross wall. It's called a cross wall, and I collect different. I've bought them at like different estate sales and yard sales, and some have been given to me. Some have been passed down to me, and they're just a bunch of different crosses that I've collected. That I the flag's covering most of them, but there's a bunch of crosses. That's the Lord's Supper. There's a jeweled cross above that, and
uh,
I guess
it
that's
is
an Orthodox cross.
10 o'clock p.m. on Monday evening. SGT, how's it going? Broke, what's up, my man?
Hi, SGT.
Southeast.
Hi, Broke. Hi again, Southeast. Hi, Mohammed. Okay, you're from Persia. Cool. Cool. What's going on in your side of the world?
So, yeah, I don't believe there's gold in Fort Knox, and I think a lot of these people on YouTube are kind of wasting their time a little bit, putting videos out on there, about there not being any gold in SD. Maybe here in a minute. Deport them all. Great topic. One that I don't have a problem getting into, but not everybody has the same views and ideas as me and Miss West Texas have. But I think definitely deport the criminals first.
Most importantly, the criminals. Anybody meaning us any kind of harm.
They have found people that are wanted from
transit
from other countries that are here, wanted here for committing bad crimes in their own country. So, deport the aliens. Yeah. Ziglich, definitely. Deport the enemies. What do you think? That the aliens.
SD.
I guess if you ask Miss West Texas that question about deporting aliens, she's going to ask you if you want to deport the whites or the grays. Ziglich, yeah.
I mean, we could. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you're already committing a crime if you're here illegally in the first place. So yeah,
well,
pretty much
yes.
they're all criminals at this point. But the more violent, evil people that are going to harm others, those need to go first for sure. Good for you, Transit. You're doing it the right way, buddy.
That's.
I mean, I wouldn't want to live in a country and not be legal there. I mean, how miserable would that be? Think about it.
I almost migrated to Canada once, right?
No.
Yes, I did. I was going to find my way up to Prince George, British Columbia, and be a Canadian. I'd been watching Strange Brew for many months so I could get the lingo down.
Why didn't you go?
Well, I don't know. I did go. I went and spent a month up there, and the kokanee beer was great. I just couldn't get used to the rye whiskey.
So that's why you didn't stay?
That's why I didn't stay. That's why I came back.
Really? That was your reason?
No.
Priorities, right?
The Outlaw Vault, good evening.
Hi, Outlaw. How are you? Transit went to BC in the 90s, British Columbia.
That's where I went in '97, I think it must have been. Yeah, that here
I
where
think they will. I don't know. Maybe they will.
we're at here, there's a lot of influences by that group of people, wouldn't you say?
Right. Yeah. We live in an area where there's a community of them, but I mean, they don't bother you unless you bother them. That's pretty much it.
I do like maple syrup, real organic maple syrup.
We're doing good, Outlaw. Just hanging out, having some random convo here.
No, I wouldn't want to be the 51st state either. I mean, Canada is a very beautiful country, and I'm sure that other than those knuckleheads booing the national anthem before the hockey game, which I believe was in Ontario, which doesn't surprise me none because Ontario is the libturd capital of Canada. But
Well, I just think that there doesn't need to be a divide between Americans and Canadians, because of the leaders, what the leaders are
I believe that most
doing,
that I believe that just like here in the States, that Canada and the US are it's basically the urban hubs, the big cities where 90% of all the policies get passed.
Well, we love y'all too, Zenglitch. We need to stick together.
And just like in Canada, the rural parts of Canada, you know,
Hi, Lisa. Are you Canadian as well?
she is.
Awesome.
That's where, I mean, gun toting, gun loving, Canadians out there that grew up with a lot of the same
Gadgets, are you a
way of
criminal?
life.
Are you a criminal or are you just chilling?
Well, Gadgets Ultra 360 is an illegal migrant.
Oh, British Columbia. Okay.
And everybody's looking for him. Well, there's a good place for you to go hide, and that's back over in wherever country you came from. Go hide out there for a while.
Yeah, if we're looking for you, you might as well go back there.
I will say that, even in the 90s when I was in Canada, I heard about the great, awesome medical health care system that they have there. And I also heard about the high taxes that everybody was paying there in the 90s to fund this stuff. It was, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great idea in theory, but we need that here. We need reform here. Would you say we need medical reform here?
Oh my God, definitely. Zenglitch, yes, come to Texas. You'll love Texas. Texas is the best state to live in, in my opinion. The women are fine too in Canada.
I won't comment on that. Texas is a very great state to live in. So is Oregon.
I think things changed with our relationship with Canada after 9/11. Okay.
Possibly. I mean, transit there, that's very true. It could have. I mean, they do have a crisis in Canada, and they've had for some years. And stack that gold. How's it going? But even when I visited there was a lot of migrants that they didn't want to conform to the Canadian traditions and beliefs, and that's kind of what we see here is we got a lot of people coming here, and whether they're here legally or illegally, they don't want to learn the language, they don't want to learn the customs, they don't want to
They want to adhere to anything.
Adhere to anything, you know,
that we.
they want to continue to live the way they live
Hey,
in their
Stack
country of
That
origin.
Gold. Hey, Mark. How are y'all?
Mark, how's it going?
Cat Attack. I like your name because I like cats. So you can lurk and listen. How are all of you tonight? How are y'all doing? Can get that out.
Yeah, jive, that's a little bit harsh, but at least make an attempt.
Who?
You know, this jive.
See, I'm not. Okay. Hold on.
Stack That Gold. We didn't buy anything today either. We are boy, Hakeem the Dream. That is the truth.
Yeah, well,
That is so true.
Midland, Odessa, yeah, they're not too cool, but Texas is cool. We can agree on that, right, Hakeem?
Yep, don't mess with Texas. I mean, Mark Samuelson, that is extremely cold. I don't care where you're from, that is cold. And I love cold weather, but I might not like that cold weather. Boy, could you imagine if we got negative 15 here?
Oh my gosh.
The whole state.
It's gotten down that cold before, but not in a long time.
The whole state would come to a major screeching halt if it got that cold here. John Camper, hello. Well, Southeast, let's not forget, Canada does have a lot of natural resources, you know. They are within that, you know, a portion of Canada is within that breadbasket belt. Are you having fun there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to answer that.
No, you don't have. I mean, you don't really have quite that military power, but. And Southeast Stacker, you know, there was a few years ago we had a big freeze here, and a lot of places throughout the whole state lost power. That was a bad ordeal. That was
we had
pretty bad ordeal.
A lot of people died. It's almost like someone just froze Texas.
Yeah, it was. Luckily, we kept all the power, and
yeah, we didn't lose power. My mom did though. Remember?
We didn't lose power. We had plenty of heat. It wasn't too bad for us.
Hi, Silver and Cigars. How are you?
Yeah, Stack That Gold. Texas probably ought to do something. I mean, we pay a pretty high rate for power.
Texas is just trying to be independent. We have a lot of resources in this. A lot of resources in the state.
I haven't even really. We don't really run across too many solar fields here. Anna Charmute. Well, hello. How are you? Hope everything is well with you tonight. Or today, whatever time of day it is.
Hi, Fats 22 from Palestine. I can't see what it says.
So we covered the whole no gold in Fort Knox bit, right? And I think it's kind of a waste of time. I mean, if they were trying to streamline things and not waste taxpayer money, then I mean, it's probably pointless to go after Fort Knox. I mean, anybody with half a brain cell would be able to tell you that place has been empty for a long time now. Stack That Gold probably has a bigger stack than Fort Knox does. Cigars definitely does. Good question. Cigars. You would have to own the mineral rights for it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's view that. What's that say? Yeah. Never mind.
What was it?
Nothing. Transit they did back in 74.
Hi,
210. How's it going? What did I just say? I forgot before that message popped up.
Fort Knox.
Sorry.
I mean, what was it about mineral rights or Fort Knox?
Mineral rights. Yeah. You would, if you dug a water well and struck oil, it wouldn't be yours. Somehow Chevron would wind up with it.
Oh my gosh, Stack That Gold. He really did. That's what he put on there. I'm glad I didn't say it.
What was that?
That Palestine person put something. Can you say this? And I was about to say it, and then I didn't. And then they put something else, and he hit him. And then
okay.
he says
Good.
he said what he said was a curse in Arabic.
Ah.
Like a curse word or like an actual curse?
Maybe a curse. I don't know. Mark Samuelson, 6 grams short of 1 ounce of gold. Nice. Miss West Texas got a nice 10th ounce for Valentine's Day. I asked her if she wanted a piece of gold jewelry or a gold coin, and we decided on a gold coin, right?
Yep, we did.
Hey, Elite, my brother, how's it going?
Gotta build that stack.
Elite, you getting a lot of cold and snow where you're at? Oh, we're from Texas. I see you're from India. Never been to India. Actually, there are a few places where I wouldn't mind going to see in India.
Oh, there's some really cool, like that temple. It's carved out of that side of that mountain. That's magnificent.
So, Stack That Gold, I take it knows some Arabic words.
He must. He must.
Well, we're just right here from good old Texas, USA. We Elite says it was a mild winter up there.
It was a mild to no winter here. Yes, that's right. Texas flag mimic. How are you?
Hindu. Oh, somebody's from Killeen.
Right on.
I bet Stack That Gold. We don't really hear much of any other language here in West Texas besides for Spanish.
Yeah, STG probably does. Oh, mimic, right? Texans have to stick together.
We were talking about this the other day. We were talking about this yesterday, as a matter of fact. Probably no other state in the country do you have people that are so proud to be from that state, other than Texas. I mean, think about it. Have y'all ever... I mean, we fly the Texas flag in our house or in our yard or a lot of people fly it on their truck here,
What's up, LJ? How are you?
LJ, how's it going? You don't really see too much of, you don't see people cruising or flying the California flag, in front of their house or.
Rex says you have some big guns.
Yeah, probably now. Hey, thank you, Prodigy.
How are you, Prodigy? How are you tonight?
Well, Southeast, yep, you are a proud Alabaman.
Hey, all us Southern people are proud. Let's just put it that way.
Do we have a farm?
Dang, 210, they're gonna get a bunch of snow. No, my grandparents used to have a farm in Canton, Texas, but no more. We don't have a farm, unfortunately. I don't know. I got friends with tattoos.
Rex, actually, we don't have a Confederate flag.
Oh, no, we don't.
LJ has 2 tattoos of Texas.
Hi, Chris in Virginia.
Although I don't disagree with, with history. History is history, all the things that have happened for a reason. So for people to hate on the Confederate flag is to me, it's not right. Flags have different meanings to different people, so it seeing the Confederate flag wouldn't bother me.
I don't know. Stack that gold. That's sometimes when we do one of these, there'll be people from all over. Just got a couple of goats and don't know how to cut them. I can't keep them still. Yeah. Wish we could help you. I mean, I don't know anything about that.
Are you talking about cutting them or cooking them? Because
that's what I was thinking.
We can cook them in the ground.
I know, STG. It's so annoying.
Mark Samuelson. I wish I was. I just I wouldn't know. Do you cut goats? Or are you talking about
just cutting them? I think like you mean like a haircut?
No, I think they mean like castrating them.
Oh, I know, cat attack. They do. I'm fixing that. Yeah, thank y'all for taking care of that.
Man,
dude,
that's
man. The trolls are like
they are thick tonight.
Super out tonight. Hi, Russian redneck.
Oh, she's talking about shaving them. I guess just get some clippers. You don't really shear them.
They can't hold them still though. Like
what?
Like I don't know if that's he or she, but she said that they can't hold it still to cut. Well, I don't know if it's a.
Then it's a.
I don't want to assume it's a woman or a man. See, it's probably a dude because he wanted him to give over. I'm a man. Thank you, Mimic.
Sorry, she had me confused there for a second.
I just don't want to call anybody.
You won some goats in a game of poker. Are they those little tiny pygmy Phaeton goats, or are they full-grown meat goats? Because here in West Texas, we won't hesitate to make some barbacoa out of some goat meat in the ground with some tortillas and pico de gallo and some fresh salsa. What do you think?
Man, the goats that they cook in underground come so freaking good. I don't know. Buy your own super chat.
Oh yeah, barbecued.
Renting goats?
Transit, that's interesting you say that because I think you probably saw the same video. This guy rents out his goats to clear shrubs and land, clear the land off of people's overgrown property. I mean, they eat just about anything, don't they?
Yeah, they do. For lawn mowing, basically.
That's it.
Natural. Just keep keep the grass cut down. A real nice way that Mexican people prepare it is they dig a hole in the ground and cook it underground. And it's some of the best, most tender meat you'll ever eat. I don't know what it is about the way they cook it, but I think that's like a Mexican thing, right? They do that in Mexico too. It's a Mexican.
Well, yeah, I think. Well, yeah, but I mean that's not just.
Well,
to
no, I
Mexico.
know they're
I
not
mean,
the only culture, but like
they do a
they
lot
do
of
it a lot.
underground cooking in all different parts of the world. It's definitely not a bad idea. Transit. You ever come across any water buffaloes there in the Philippines? I know I did once, and I thought that sucker was going to break free from its little tie that they had and come right after us.
Hey Mimic, did you see Cat Attack's comment? Goats are awesome. Goat milk. Soap is good for the skin. Yes, it is. Goat yogurt or cheese. Man, you could really make some money off of these things.
You know, at one point, see, I grew up close to. I was born here in Texas, but I grew up close to Bend, Oregon. And
oh yeah, they do it in Hawaii too.
These new aged hippies were actually selling all natural organic goat's milk for $8 a gallon because it's supposedly healthier than cow's milk.
I'm surprised there wasn't more than that. I mean, people pay a lot for that kind of stuff now because they know about all the chemicals and everything. Anything organic people can get their hands on, they go wild for it now.
Rex, I did not see any elephants in the Philippines. Actually, you know, I spent probably about 3 weeks in Australia over there around the Brisbane area, and I never saw a kangaroo.
Hi,
Hawk Slings, how's it going? I never saw a kangaroo. We saw one emu, and that was it.
Oh gosh.
Southeast, that is true. Ross cow milk is better for you than the pasteurized milk with the added vitamins and all that. There's actually been some federal raids on people selling unpasteurized cow milk.
Yeah, there has been. I've seen them.
That is nuts. I mean, pretty much anything that anybody wants to take that's healthy and share it with people is
that was
the law.
That was okay. To be fair, that was under the last administration, and we're under a new administration, and things like that are not going to be happening anymore. So Cat Attack, that's a great idea. That would be. California is so beautiful. I'm just taken aback how gorgeous it is, and you know, there's always something going on there, it seems. But that would be a great idea.
210, I've never, you know, the last time I had goat, it tasted exactly what it sounded like. Goat. It was not very good. California is actually, then Miss West Texas has got a, you know, it's a good point. California is a beautiful state. Beautiful state that has been horribly mismanaged, and it's just the cesspool of the United States now, or one of.
Stack that gold. My grandfather was a milkman when he was younger.
Is that how you met your grandmother?
No, they were in high school. They met in high school, but he was a milkman. My mom told me.
Well, Mimic, I would definitely look into maybe possibly just if you're not going to eat them, renting them out. Hi, Toolie. Maybe.
Hi, Toolie.
Selling them for meat goats.
Did you have bears and wolves in the forest there?
In Oregon?
I guess.
Yes.
Yes, mimic Texas pride for sure.
RKO, that is the Texas flag.
Definitely the Texas flag.
Oh, C-130 rolling down the strip. Yep. Oh, I remember those old cadences. I wish I could remember them a lot better, but
What is that?
it's been a while. Like the C-130 is a carrier cargo plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And do you need to watch out for snakes?
Snake Square. Here?
Rex, where are you talking about? Watch out for snakes where? Here where we live or like?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we had rattlesnakes in Oregon, and of course there's rattlesnakes here in Texas. Surprisingly enough, I've actually seen more rattlesnakes in the state of Oregon than I have living here in Texas.
Chaz says Semper
Hey,
Fidelis.
Semper Fi, brother.
Hey, blue collar. Hi, HK.
Harry Knuckles, how's it going? Blue collar stacker, hey.
Erwin says thanks for serving our country.
You're welcome, Erwin. It was a lot of fun, actually.
It was a great honor.
It was a great honor. I had known since I was a young kid that at some point I was going to serve this country in one branch of the military or another. But I chose the Marine Corps, or actually, the Marine Corps kind of chose me. It wasn't well. I had the Navy recruiter call me, and the Navy recruiter actually came over to the house, and when he reached out to shake my hand, as expected, he did the whole limp wristed kind of, this bit handshake, and I was just like, yeah, that's all right, buddy. We can try some other time, but. Not saying that the Navy has a strong history of badasses. I mean, you got the submariners, badass. In the 40s, when during World War II, the Navy were kick ass, But shortly after, I started talking to the Marine recruiter, and that was it. They don't tell you that the sword's not included. We are the only branch of the service, any of the services where the non-commissioned officers are allowed to wear a sword. Not in a battle, but that would be pretty kick-ass.
Hi, Bellows. How are you?
Cats. The cats is a pretty good way to keep snakes away.
And thank you, Thule, and I believe it was Blue Collar and anybody else that's, trying to help promote our channel. We both really appreciate it.
Bellows, good evening.
Means a lot to us. Community.
I had just seen an article today that Rex, that they have been spotting wolves in southern Colorado, so they are getting closer. They're moving. That was a big fail on. I forgot who the administration was when they decided to reintroduce wolves into the northern and the Pacific Northwest territories. But what a huge mistake. Cigars. Oh, Harry, I was San Diego, the recruit depot there in San Diego, and from there we did the Camp Pendleton School of Infantry there in Camp Pendleton, and from there went on to Kaneohe Bay, Hawaii.
Oh my God, this is the longest update ever.
And yeah, so I was a Hawaiian Marine, which wasn't as much fun as everybody would think.
You live in Finland? That's cool. Transit had a standoff with a mountain lion.
And he saw a bear in the San Gabriel Mountains.
Yeah, we have a lot of coyotes, foxes.
We do. And we kind of live pretty close to the, wow, we live real close to town, being
We
in
live in the
town.
middle of
We
town.
live in the middle of town, really. And there's a coyote in the, trying to get into the backyard.
They're just,
and the foxes.
We've just moved into their habitat, And what else do we have?
Jonathan, go ahead. Let's hear this joke.
What other animals? Little rabbits and stuff.
Yeah, little rabbits and all that.
The guy says jarhead.
Oh, that's a good joke.
Love that. Nice. Thank you for that, Jonathan.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. Soren Scars, I get it. Oh, I would love Minnesota. The walleye fishing. I would love to go walleye fishing up there. And Harry Knuckles, you are correct. We do have the best looking uniforms. They're definitely
Do y'all want to see?
good uniforms.
Do y'all want to see the picture of him when he was in his picture he took? Y'all won't recognize him.
Bring it up. You definitely can't beat the dress blues. Yeah, they were. Oh man, Chris in Virginia, how's it going? Everybody wants to see the picture.
Okay, I'm trying to find it. There it is. I'm gonna have to exit this off.
We'll see how well this shows up. It's an old picture.
Let me see if I can correct it.
Mark, yeah, the land of 10,000 lakes. That is better. It's an old picture. I don't even know how I got that. Stack that gold. I don't think I would be up for ice fishing. Double A. That's not me. Definitely not me. There you go. Can y'all see that? Oh, Miss West Texas just snatched it out of my hands. And
doesn't he look like a baby, y'all?
A baby. Yeah, well, that was me. I was 18 years old, fresh out of high school, and that was it. Boy, that was a long time ago. Man, I can't believe it. And it doesn't even seem that long. Yeah, I could definitely run back then, Rex. Oh man, that was Double A, you're welcome. Cat Attack, you're welcome. That's time does fly. Man, boy, I'll be 47 years old here in about a few weeks.
Yeah. And when me and you met, you were 36.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. Time does fly, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rex, man. I did a lot of boots and utes runs, still drunk, and didn't have any issues. Oh, AA, March 9th. Well, that's
That'll be 47, 12
12
years
years
ago.
ago. Transit, a lot of us don't. A lot of men really don't envision themselves living a long time. And that's especially if we've had a fun life. If we were wild and reckless, then, we just don't picture ourselves living to be in our 60s or 70s. Thank you, Harry Knuckles.
Good night,
Good night.
Harry.
So Doge, what are y'all feelings on Doge?
A fish house. What's a fish house?
It's like an ice shanty.
What's an ice shanty?
For lake fishing.
Oh.
Ice fishing.
I've seen them do it. I just didn't know what an ice shanty was. So are y'all happy? Is everyone pretty happy with the way things are going right now? LJ, I know I am. I'm hoping that. Did y'all hear that Zelensky?
Thank you, Jonathan.
That Zelensky freaking backed out of his deal with Trump to make peace. That he wants to keep fighting. He went to Europe to try to get a European army together because he doesn't want to stop the war. He wants to continue it, but he doesn't want to include us anymore because he knows Trump won't have it, and he already backed out of his deal with Trump. So what a chump, right?
Oh, I didn't hear this. Where'd you hear this at?
And that's what they've been saying.
Oh, I've been out of the loop. Not one more red cent. Transient, I think they are too, and they're now the one thing is let's start seeing receipts. They can tell us that they've uncovered all this stuff, which naturally, most of us knew what was happening anyways, but let's start seeing some receipts. Let's don't just tell us about it. Let's see it. Let's come with some proof, with some oversight committees, and let's see what's really going on. Have some paperwork. And Doge is overstepping boundaries. I do believe that. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, there's a thin line there, that's for sure. But I think it's needed. And
Jeff Smith, hello.
I think I agree with what they're doing right now at this point. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, cigars, that's true. I mean, there's always going to be, somebody out there that's not going to believe it or believe that it's made up or,
Though, I don't know. Man, I wish Russia would get his ass because you know what? He's a punk. Have y'all seen that video of him in high heels dancing? Like all, well, I don't want to say the word, but all feminine. We'll say all feminine.
Wasn't he
It was an actor.
Actor or stand-up comedian or something like that?
Yeah, he was both supposedly, and then I don't know how he ended up the president, but
I mean, how would somebody like that end up the president?
because he was chosen.
By?
Well, by who do you think? People that run the world. They picked him out for some reason and said, you're going to be our puppet and you're going to do what you're told.
Mark, we do need accountability, but I think it should come from the people. We the people. We are the government. We shouldn't be the governed body. We should be sovereign.
We are. We're sovereign beings. We should be sovereign. Like, I don't know. I think that we're just we've just been living a debt slave system
Yeah.
since we were
Well,
born.
we've been sold a lie, and not just the people of this country either. That's where people are mistaken. We've been sold a lie, and it's not just from here. It's not just
Oh
us.
man, Cash, y'all notice how much they keep, trying to stall him getting in. They already know once he's in there, it's game over. Hi
Um,
Herman.
I mean, like we were talking about Canada earlier. Look at the people of Canada.
You're right,
Look at
Mark.
how look at how the Canadians are being treated up there without even knowing it. And also, Australia.
Yeah,
God, Australia has just turned into a little.
and LJ, you know everything that I know, and you know what they do with our birth certificates and all that, and we're literally just like cattle, pretty much in the system. But we are currently in the Great Awakening. That's the good thing. We're all starting to wake up. I know some still haven't, and that's really, really unfortunate. But most of us that, have a good head on our shoulders, we can see what's going on.
Yeah.
We're all starting to see it. Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will.
Sit right there. I'm gonna get a drink real quick, guys. You can talk more. I'm gonna get a water over here.
Right? Yeah. Now I'm gonna have that song. I'm gonna be thinking about that song. I don't know, y'all. I just let's see where this all goes. Let's see if we're gonna see justice, which I hope we do. I live in the hopes that we will see it. Hey, Stuart. Yeah, I think we're going back to the golden age, and our government is being completely reconstructed. And he's only got 4 years to do it, so he's got to work fast. He's got to set it up quick.
Steve, aka Fish, how's it going, my
Hi,
man? We're
Steve.
good. We're doing good. Just doing this pretty late night, huh?
Yeah, just got on to do a little chit chat.
Just a little chit chat, and we're talking about there not being any gold in Fort Knox. The just Doge and stuff like that. This is I think it's been a long time coming. I think everybody already knew what was going on. I mean, there's no way we couldn't, and now it's just being brought to light, and hopefully things will be getting done with it.
We cook, that's exactly right. We're watching it drain right now, and
You think the gold's there, Fish? I don't. I don't think it's been there since the 70s.
yeah, I don't think it's there either. I think they already know it's empty. But those of you who weren't on here at first, I was talking about how Elon Musk had suggested doing a live walkthrough, like from start to finish, to see if it's there, but having a live feed where we can all watch them unlock it, open it, and go through it, live. So we'll see. That would be pretty cool. Get to see if it really is there or not.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't think it's there. I think probably doing a live stream there would work. Yeah.
If you ever go down the whole Iraqi
I don't.
Iraqi invasion, you'll see how much gold they confiscated from that Saddam. It was crazy amounts.
There's crazy amounts of gold over and for, well, yeah, it was You know, he probably got it all from Kuwait.
They took truckloads and truckloads of it. What happened to all that? Where did that go?
Who knows?
Maybe you're right, LJ. I've heard that.
Well, that's right next to the pyramids that are in the Grand Canyon, huh?
I've heard that it's like you could break it off in sheets in the Grand Canyon, like it's this real pure, like just different from all other golds on Earth, and it just like breaks off in sheets. That might just be a conspiracy, but I've heard before. Yeah, you can transit. You can. They have machines. Yeah, we can buy gold bars.
Yeah, cigars, Megatrons in the Grand Canyon. Fish?
Probably.
That sounds more like it.
Hey, that's a good question. If it's not there, could that negatively impact the value of our US dollar, even though the dollar is no longer backed by gold?
I think it would. I think that, well, I mean, let's be honest, you know, these younger people, these younger adults, you know, people in their 20s, even people in their 30s, they probably didn't even know there was supposed to be gold in Fort Knox until it just got brought up
Recently, yeah.
you know.
hmm
Most of these people don't, most of these younger kids, they don't know what
If you ask
Fort Knox is.
if you
They
asked
don't.
most of like Gen Z, you know, where's Fort Knox and what's supposed to be in it,
Mhm.
they wouldn't be able to answer
They
you.
wouldn't be able to. Yeah, most wouldn't, and
Yeah,
you know,
that's
most
right.
wouldn't know that there's supposed to be gold there.
Bet you there's more buried stuck that gold. You know, there's so much that hasn't been discovered yet. Can you imagine how much gold's like buried under us? Just there for the taking that people just hid back in the day. They just would dig a hole.
Hordes. Cigars learned it from Goldfinger.
LJ.
Um,
Yeah, my son's I have a Gen Zer son. He's
Fish. I think I did. I think I did see that. The one. Oh, you're. Well, I'll have to go and rewatch it. I think I did. It was about a week ago or so.
Yeah, LJ, my son's a Gen Zer and he's pretty smart though. He's one of the smarter ones. He's graduated with honors and got a 4-year scholarship and graduated from NAU, but it's changed him in other ways. It really has uh, shaped his mind in a more liberal way.
Okay, yeah, Fish. I did see that. That was awesome. I did. Um, I don't really try to put out. I don't know. I think that was all by accident. The video I filmed with the, you know, the focus of the coin and whatever it was I was showing.
Yeah, Stack That Gold. Mr. West Texas was wanting to figure out how a way he could mine it or how we could mine it. And I'm like, I think you have to have several machines, computers, and has, I don't know, it's crazy how they do it. And they use up so much electricity when they farm it.
Onions. Possibility. You know, there has been talk of them flying gold in from London. Maybe they saw this coming and they're going to go ahead and restock Fort Knox before they can get in there and open the doors again.
Yeah. He's got his Gen Zer ways though, LJ. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's not perfect and he's not, you know, unaffected. He
Who's
he
this?
he can be lazy, but he's a good kid, you
Oh,
know.
okay. You're not talking about me. All
No,
right.
I'm talking about my son. He's 20. He's He's an old soul. I will say that. He's definitely an old soul.
It's I
Cat attack. I would, if you want to, if you were to ask me mine, I would tell you XRP all day.
XRP.
XRP.
But there's just nobody say it. Nobody.
No,
But
please don't. I don't want to talk about that.
As far as Gen Z, like my older son is 21 years old, and
He's Gen Z too.
he's Gen Z, but he didn't go to college. So there's a difference there. He does work, and he works in refrigeration, and his views are just, I wouldn't say that they 100% align with mine, but there's similar. And I think college has a lot to do with it nowadays.
It does. Cat attack. I use Coinbase too. There's a lot of different ones you can use, but we only use Coinbase.
And he was offered scholarships to different colleges, and he turned them all down. And
my boy works hard to drive fast car. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, Mark. I don't even think people realize what a scam it is, anyways.
what's that? College?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just it's a overrated, way too expensive way to try to negatively.
And people they get these degrees that don't, when they get out, they don't help them in the real world.
They don't do anything.
They don't do anything for them.
Yeah, it's just a way for them to try to sway you a certain way and mold young minds to conform to a certain standard, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
See, rock, hoorah. And not just conform. I mean, it's funny because most of these people that do get brainwashed, for lack of better words, in college, they actually believe that they are the what do I say? What am I trying to say?
Right, Herman. It's a rip off. It's just a scam.
They come out of college and they think that their experiences are unique to just them, and that they're rebellious because they didn't conform to our way of life, or our way of thinking, or our ideas and values. But they've all conformed to the same thought.
Yeah,
or way of thinking.
It just got worse and worse and worse, and most of those professors are liberals, just about every damn one of them.
LJ, my boss is a frog. He actually played football for TCU.
Yeah, he did. His boss is actually one of my brother's good friends.
So sports highlights, huh? Yeah, how do we like that? I mean, I know we have some Canadian friends in right now, but 3 fights in 9 seconds to the opening of being booed, huh? The national anthem, the U.S. national anthem, being booed by Canadians. Was that set up? Do y'all think that might have been scripted, set up? I mean, I don't really think hockey's that that way, but could there be a possibility? But I thought it was pretty interesting, and that's the kind of things that happen that make me proud to be an American. Did you watch any of those?
Yeah.
You did? That was awesome. I mean, that was awesome. Oh man, he's an Aggie.
I don't watch it either, but there's lots of clips on it all over social media because they booed our national anthem and it really riled people up. There was 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the game. 3 fights in
That
the
was
first
awesome.
9 seconds.
That was awesome. That's what hockey should be about.
So they were fired up. They were there. That tension was there for some reason. I can't imagine I don't know if it was there before or it started after they booed. I don't know, but something really fired up.
I'm sure it was the booing. And then they proceeded to whoop that ass.
I mean,
scoring goals.
I don't know who's responsible for the booing. I don't know if it was set up or if it was just rowdy Canadians, being jerks, whatever. But it's pretty low to boo someone's national anthem, especially a country that has done a lot for your own country.
Canada is going to be a state one day. I'd say the only part of Canada that I would want to be a state would be BC.
I don't care either way. I do. Canada's on my bucket list. I'd love to go visit there one day and not have to take, not have to get a passport. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Whistler's real nice up there in that area. Up there in Prince George is real nice.
We'd be a really big country if they did join us.
I don't think, I think that would be, I don't know, it'd be too much. It'd be too much of a setup. It would start to conform more into a one world government, and that's what that's not what I want. Your third ex-wife's from Windsor. Stack that gold, and yeah, you didn't need a lot of it. Yeah, Wang, somebody got a haircut. Definitely. Hey, brother, keep your eye out, man. You're gonna have a little package coming to you, or an envelope. Package, envelope, same.
Yeah, y'all have heard Trump talk about this Iron Dome too. They're gonna build it. It's already in the process. That's pretty cool. It just kind of makes you feel like, are we being isolated from the rest of the world? Are we gonna make a lot of enemies? What's going on here?
Well, I mean, if that was going to be the case, then what would stop it from being Mexico next? And I mean, nobody wants that, I don't think.
You paid your last alimony payment to her in 2005, LJ? She was your, what, third wife? Is that what I saw?
Emperor Wang, I'm inclined to think that we do as well. I mean, Reagan's Star Wars in the 80s, right? I mean, that was during the height of the Cold War, so it wouldn't be too out of the way of thinking that we might already have a
it's not a stretch
Space
anymore.
Force out, or not Space Force, but Star Wars, and then And then Trump came out with Space Force, right? Trump did Space Force, didn't he? I can't remember.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I was, you know, when I was getting my haircut, I went by the recruiting station, and I didn't see the recruiting station for the Space Force, though. Do they not have recruiters for the Space Force? Or where do they find their recruits?
For the Space Force?
For the Space Force.
I think you could just sign on with Space Force.
No, it's a branch of the military. You can't just sign on to Space Force.
You can't? Like,
well, I mean, you'd have to go to a recruiting office,
well,
right?
yeah. Can't you just sign up with a recruiter?
I didn't see the Space Force recruiting office.
Where? Here?
Here.
Oh, well, that's probably because it's not.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers my question.
What's commissioned officers mean?
Officers, lieutenants, second lieutenants, majors, captains, colonels.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, there goes my. I guess I can't go into the Space Force.
Darn.
I guess a prerequisite would be watching all the Star Trek movies. Oh, Stack That Gold! You got to read that. Here we go.
You know what? I'm starting to think that Area 51 has been. So I heard that Area 51 was moved to another place called Area 52, and so all their alien stuff's like somewhere else now because too many people knew that Area 51 had all the technology. So I don't know. Have you heard that one before? Anybody? I don't know if that's true or not. I heard it somewhere.
Elite.
Joseph, I know.
I've been having dreams too.
Joseph, like every time I hear a plane like flying over my house, it gives me like the creeps. Like I'm like, God, what if it just falls out of the sky? They moved it to Wright-Patterson. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Joseph, take some NyQuil. You'll go right to sleep, buddy. It won't. Yeah. Just a couple shots of good old NyQuil will do the trick. Oh, no. We don't do Cowboys here.
Excuse me.
What? What are you talking about? You're a Redskins fan.
Yeah, but I mean, I can still cheer for the Cowboys.
Or Commanders or whatever you want to call them.
I can still cheer for the Cowboys if they're not playing Washington.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, not Starry, but Stars, okay, I can do the Dallas Stars. Even the Mavericks, well, not the Mavericks, but the Spurs definitely, and the Houston Texans are okay. Yeah, just anything but a Cowboys fan. I like the Seahawks. I'm a Seahawks fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emperor, man. A couple weeks ago I wasn't feeling too well, and I killed a bottle of NyQuil, and man, I was feeling real nice.
I like the Rangers.
Definitely Rangers. And that's just pure Nolan Ryan.
It's a good idea. Silver and cigars.
Definitely cigars.
But I heard they're supposed to only be like 3 or 4 feet tall, so you might not have much to worry about. But they do have
steel toe boots and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is what you need.
They do have technologies that probably supersede your strength.
No, they're not crying.
Oh.
They're talking. Last month, a plane almost crashed into his house. That's horrible.
Dang, Joseph, did it land a little closer? Was it like in your neighborhood or what? Well, Joseph, pray. Leave it in God. That's all you can do, hon. You would like to hear how me and him met? Well, it's kind of a funny story.
It is a very funny story.
So we were both on like this dating site.
Yeah, you can say it. You can say it. I'm not embarrassed anymore
Well,
by
it's
it.
just it's a dating app. I'm not gonna
Plenty
say-
of
I'm not-
fish.
Okay.
Plenty of fish.
Whatever. Anyway, we were both on POF. That was what was popular back then. And I would get a lot of like, because there was, when he moved here and he, right away got on the dating apps, I guess. And
No, not really. It wasn't right away.
okay, well, anyway, you were new here.
I was
pretty
definitely
much.
new here.
But he was here working, and we were having like a boom back then.
Fish, have a good night, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, y'all met on Facebook. Well, who's going? Oh, good night, Steve. Thank you for coming in. So, yeah, skinwalkers. Oh, stack that gold. Don't get me started on skinwalkers. So I gotta finish the story real quick. So anyway, why did it do that? Okay, there it goes. Okay. So anyway, so there's a lot of like men here working in the oil field. And so like I was always getting like all these people in my inbox, and there was just too many weirdos in my inbox. And so like I had seen him message me a couple times, but like I just didn't think anything of it, And so anyway, my mom was talking to my mom one day, and she's like, she's like, there was this really cute guy that got on it was like a Facebook page, but like a local page. What was it called? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It was like, I don't know, it was a local page. And he had said, like, what did you say? Like, why is it so hard to find a girlfriend here or something like that?
That's probably like where all the good girls at here
Yeah,
in
he
this
put
town.
something like that. Where are all the good girls at? Or it's hard to find a good girl in this town or something like that. And mom was like, there's a cute guy on there. And she like showed me the post, and I was like, oh my God, that guy's been up in my inbox.
I've been up in her inbox.
And so she's like, you should message him back and see if he wants to go on a date or whatever. So I did. Indeed, I did, and here we are today. So I blame my mom. It's all her fault.
Yeah, definitely.
The rest is history. We met, and
what is it? How many years?
we've been together like 11. I think like at least 11.
I don't know if it was love at first sight, but it was definitely love after the first couple drinks. It was love at first sight. We knew it. It ain't always been easy. I'm pretty hard-headed, and she's pretty stubborn herself. So, you get two stubborn people under the same house, and yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. It can be hard.
Like,
but
sometimes.
But we make, our crazies. That's the key. The key to finding everlasting love is to find the one where your crazy is compatible with her craziness, and it'll work out.
We're just two people that found each other that are willing to put up with each other's crap, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it right there.
We're just two people that just said, well, he's willing to put up with me and I'm willing to put up with him. But I mean, yes, we do love each other very much. We do.
She keeps stealing my gold, guys. I don't know what to do about that.
I'm not
She keeps
stealing it.
stealing my gold.
I'm not stealing it. Have never stolen it. You give it to me. Emperor Wayne. Hi, Steve. Looking for silver. How are you
Steve
tonight?
looking for silver. How's it going, man? Good to have you in. Joseph Lopez, you want some advice to go through trauma?
Like, how did you learn how
I
to,
mean,
like,
I'm not trying to make a bad joke or anything like that, or trying to belittle or dismiss your trauma, but how I've always gone through with trauma is just to suck it up and push through it and move on and get up and try again. I mean, that's it. That's how I've gotten through my traumas that I've had in life. Don't let it keep you down. Don't lose sleep over it if you can. And humor. But most of it's just not showing emotion, I guess. What would you say?
no, you're grouchy a lot.
I'm grouchy a lot.
He is. He's very moody.
So,
He's very grouchy sometimes. Sometimes he's really happy. I would say he's got his highs and lows. Just like we all do, I guess. But he does. He's he's got like that military mentality where you have to push through it, you have to persevere, you have to conquer it, you have to, you know,
yeah,
you have to
giving
do
up's
it
not an
within.
option.
You have to
So if
you
you're
have to be strong.
giving up's not an option, so you just move through it.
Yeah. When when you don't have any other option, you just push through it and pray and um
Yeah, Stuart, Joseph, go find that airport and stand right there.
I have a picture of us when we were like on our second date, if y'all want to see it. We both are thinner and younger. Yeah, adapt and overcome. That's right, Bellows Ford.
And you know what, Emperor? There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, we all seek help, in different ways. And I'm not saying I'm not without help. I should probably be talking to somebody myself, but
No, he definitely should. I mean, I would even go as far to say he definitely should probably be on some kind of medication. He doesn't believe in that. He doesn't even like to take a Tylenol.
NyQuil, that's the only
He'll take
medication I like to
NyQuil, and
take.
every once in a while, when he's like in absolute, like, horrible pain, he'll take like an ibuprofen. But I've wanted him to try to maybe see if
Bacon.
something would help him.
Bacon works.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Emperor. And I mean, like I said, like I was saying to Joseph, that's just my way. There's all kinds of there's different
yeah,
ways, but
and Joseph, that's not the only way. Don't get me wrong.
as long as you do it in a positive manner and don't use any type of substance to, as far as like alcohol and stuff like that to try to overcome it, because that will compound it and just make things worse.
It will. Laughter is the best medicine, definitely.
Definitely, Mark.
We
Laughter.
we know by experience that you can't just numb something away. By using anything or any substances that you shouldn't be.
The French toast. Let's just say I didn't get to eat any. I spent 2 dang hours cooking, and I didn't get to eat.
But
Let me borrow that real quick.
Joseph,
This is me and Miss West Texas on our second date.
hold it up higher, like a little bit higher now.
Isn't that something? Did you see it?
We look weird in that picture. Like it doesn't. I don't know.
We look weird in that picture. Hey, thanks, Emperor.
Thank you.
Oh, Transit, we weren't that. I mean, we were in our 30s, huh?
Yeah,
In
he
that
was.
picture, we were in our 30s.
I was like 30. I was in my like early 30s, and he was like 36. I was like 30. I want to say 31 when I met him.
Oh yeah.
I was 33 when we had our daughters.
Yeah.
And we were together a little while before we had them. You look like a young Joaquin Phoenix. He was so handsome. I remember thinking like how handsome I thought he was. He was so handsome.
Well, I still am. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just thinking back. Yeah, you are still very handsome.
You're still beautiful.
I'm saying I remember thinking that when I first met you, how handsome you were. Joseph, I just wanted to let you know that if you do need counseling, you should do some research on. There's a lot of places, depending on where you live, that might offer free counseling. I know that I was looking for just some counseling, not too long ago, and our university here, their psychology department, they see it's like students in training, and they'll sit and talk to you and help you work through things like anxiety and PTSD and stuff like that. And there's a lot of books out there that can help you, and there's a lot of online resources and stuff that would help you. But just hang in there and try to find something to take your mind off of it. Some kind of hobby you can do or whatever, just to take your mind off of it, so you're not just fixated on it.
Blue Machine, any state in the United States of America is the best state.
Yes, definitely.
And stack that gold. Yeah.
Yeah, stack that gold. You better, because 40s come real fast.
40s do come real fast, but I thinking about life now, and the things that the way it went is,
Texas is just awesome. Like,
if I was younger,
I think we could secede if we wanted to.
or if I would have, had my ducks in a row when I was younger, I would have definitely got all the financial stuff first.
Thank you, Emperor. And Joseph, you can email me as well. You've got my email. So yes, Emperor, thank you for that, Emperor Wang. And yeah, just know you're not alone. People do care.
So I would have done the financial career thing first, and then the wife and kids and all that second.
And Joseph, that's a good idea. The sun has we need the sun so much. It has like healing qualities, and they try to tell us that it causes cancer when it's actually the sunblock that's causing the cancer, the chemicals in them. No, I'm serious.
I'm just
funny.
Stack that gold. Yeah, that's a great Scarface reference.
First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we just do things backwards.
The world, Chico, and everything in it.
I decided to start out my young life with a baby. I had a baby real young. We learn, we live and we learn. Yeah, exercise, Bellows, right? Sunshine, hikes, nature hike. If there's nature around you, just go get out and enjoy it. It'll take your mind off of things. That's a lot of steps to go through to
It
get
is.
to the women. Yeah, that's true. Some people get to all three.
Kona, I don't know about. I wouldn't agree with that statement.
Maybe Kona's for Trump, but I don't know about Hawaii being for Trump.
Well, his name's Kona, but he said Trump is the best president ever, and I just
Oh, I don't see that comment.
I have a hard time. Her man, what's up, man? Let's take man. So if y'all caught that little short video, Miss West Texas here had her first taste of soju yesterday,
And it was not my cup of tea.
and I thought it was good. And I'm, it's just it's like sake. It's a rice wine, but no. As far as that comment earlier, I really don't. I don't know. I have a hard time.
Bellas wants to know what soju, SOJEW.
Soju is the devil. Yeah.
Soju is the devil. It's a real strong Korean rice wine,
It's just like sake, but it's from Korea.
and it's not good. Oh, STG likes it, I guess. I mean, hey, it's to each his own. My husband seems to like it.
When we would go to South Korea and do some training exercises, and
Definitely, Joseph.
there would
Definitely.
be little kids that would run to the fence and trade us bottles of soju for MREs, and the hangovers from soju are not good.
Yeah, so no thank you. Now Patron, I might do that.
Joseph, buddy, it sounds like you might need.
Country drives are a good way to get.
They're a good way to help with that, but it sounds like you might need to actually be able to sit down and talk with somebody.
Yeah, if I were you, I would start out by seeing a doctor, and then a doctor can give you mental health resources, Joseph. So if you have a doctor you go to, which I believe you do, because I know you have some health issues, ask your doctor, tell him how you're feeling, the anxiety and the PTSD and all that, and talk to him and see what he suggests. Macagoli.
Wang, that comment is 100% accurate.
Drinky girls? What are drinky girls?
Well, you see them in the first time I ever came across a buy me drinky girl was in Okinawa, Camp Hansen. Right outside the gate. They had these little bars, hole in the wall clubs, like bars. Like some of them were real cool because they played just really headbanger metal music from the 80s, right? So
I refuse to find what drinking girls are.
So
now I've got my curiosity.
We would go out of the gate there, and we would find ourselves in these bars, and they would have buy me drinky girls, right? Looking back at it now, it was actually really sad. It was just, I mean, now as an older, more mature adult, it was probably one of the saddest things that you would see, because these bars would hire these women from the Philippines, and I'm sure most of them there were in Okinawa. They're illegally, they got smuggled there, and they would sit in these bars, and when the Marines or airmen or whoever would go into these bars, you would sit down and you would order drinks and whatever, beer or drink, and these women would come out and they would sit next to you, and they would flirt with you and talk to you, and next thing you know, they'd be, oh, you buy me drinky, and you would buy them a shot of apple juice for $10-15, whatever it was, and they wouldn't even get any of that. Like, I don't know, it was so weird. And they would
But
like when these bars were closed during the day,
were
they
they
would
like,
lock them in rooms.
so were they prostitutes?
No, they weren't. Like, I never ran around.
So if you bought them a drink, did they get to drink the drink?
They got to drink the drink. It was just apple juice or tea.
So who got the money? The bar?
The bar.
So the bar would do that?
Yes. It was just,
That
was
is
horrible. It was
weird.
horrible, yeah. I didn't run any of that.
Gee, I want some.
So I mean, it was really sad. It was trafficking at its worst, you know. But back then, you didn't, you know, it wasn't like that. You didn't. But yeah, you know, it was just you would sit down, they would sit next to you, and they would, oh, you know, you're so handsome, GI, and you know, you're this and that, and yeah. You know, it just wasn't that great.
Joseph, get you some melatonin and see if that helps you. I don't know if you.
Wang, was that a pretty accurate description of a Buy Me Drinky Girl?
Amen.
Amen.
God loves us all so much that he became man through his son, Jesus Christ, to die for us. Yep. Beautifully, beautifully put. Wow, that's pretty sad. That's horrible. What happened earlier?
Nickel, I'm not sure what happened earlier. For Christ, we are believers.
Yes, we are. We do. We do definitely believe in Jesus.
Oh, I'm curious, Nickel. What
Wow, what'd you hear, Nickel?
what's going on? What happened?
Did you hear any dirt or something?
What's the scuttlebutt going around?
Did you hear any gossip? We just been BSing about everything. What are you up to, Nickel?
One of these days, Miss West Texas is going to be brave enough.
He couldn't see the live. He was having trouble with it at first, Nickel. He was like getting frustrated, and then he finally got it.
Yeah, I kept hitting the wrong button on my phone. One of these days, Miss West Texas will get her courage up enough to go do a face reveal. I mean, she kind of did one on the phone, right?
Some of y'all have seen me before. I'm not a big. I'm not photogenic. I don't look good on camera, and I don't like to.
Yeah, it happened twice, Nickel. Thomas, do we believe in separation of church and state? I believe that we need to bring God back into a lot of things in our lives.
Thank you so much. You're the best. Herman's never seen me. He's never seen me only like 1,000 times. Herman's seen me looking all ghetto.
You know, I think that you know, in these schools where they stop saying the Pledge of Allegiance because it says one nation under God, we got to put God back in school. We got to put God back in a lot of our aspects in this life.
Yeah, put it back into everything. Everything's gotten just so overtaken by evil, and I don't understand if people can see how everything's so evil and satanic, how they could not believe.
Brian, this stream's about whatever.
You know, how they cannot believe in God. and believe in Jesus. It's crazy. People need to get right with God right now.
Definitely got to get right with God.
Just
And it's funny because it's weird because you have the
Brian, we talk about all kinds of crap.
your pick is your emoji.
Oh yeah, yeah, y'all can see me on my pic. I look like 3 miles of rough road, and I still show my mug. I would be in shades out in case it. Yeah, well, one of these days I'll try to do a live showing my face. I guess I look like my emoji. Nicole, you're funny. Yeah, did he really, Joseph? He fired the FAA director. Wow, Nicole's funny.
Nickel has the last time Nickel had his picture taken, it was a tintype. Watch, he'll get that reference too.
Okay, when you say back on that.
You did show yourself on a short.
Yeah. Did you see what Thomas said?
No, I didn't. I didn't read all that. It went too fast.
And so my question is, when you say bat, wouldn't that a change because there was a clear evidence the country in inception was that of a secular nation with the freedom to practice each his own religion.
Mark knows what a tintype is.
What's a tintype?
Nickel's
a tintype?
Nickel's picture was a chalk drawing on a cave. You know, and this is a very tricky question, Thomas, to believe in separation of church and state. God, and there's really no easy way to answer it because you can say that we can put God back into schools and God back into, but at some point where does that line go to where you're going to infringe on somebody else's right to freedom of religion if they do or do not believe the same religion that you do? Mark, you are correct. But I do believe that everybody should have the freedom to practice whatever religion they believe in, and that as far as me not that means all religions, all beliefs. If you believe in Scientology, then believe it. It shouldn't be just specifically, you have the right to the freedom of religion, but it can only be Christianity.
Sorry.
But on the same end of that, I think that Christians now are more persecuted than they ever have been.
I do too.
Throughout history. And really, I don't know if I get in trouble for saying this, but these people that practice the religion of Satanism, they can sit there and practice this, but from my reading of the Bible, as far as I've read into it, you can't have one without the other. You can't have good without the bad.
Right.
So if you can say that I believe in the devil and I worship the devil, and turn around in the same sentence and say, I don't believe in God, well, you just contradicted your whole belief system, because
Well, I think
there's two.
I think that they in Satanism they like to what's the word I'm looking for, like denounce God, you know, like to them Lucifer's their God, right? They worship him, and what does he do? He's constantly always trying to do stuff that, you know, defies God, right?
Well, of course, but
so that's their religion, is to defy God.
I mean,
in any way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like they see him as the bearer, the light bearer. You know, some of them believe that you know, Lucifer is the all-knowing, the one. You know, that's to them, that's God. That's their God, and they don't see him as bad. But
well, there you go. But we are Christian in beliefs, and
oops, sorry, I didn't mean to.
what are you typing on there?
I keep trying to hit my enter button because the screen keeps wanting to go dark, and then I guess I accidentally.
Open up another tab and Google the founder of Scientology. I forgot his name. So Nickel had said something about Scientology.
L. Ron Hubbard.
L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah, there we go. What year was it found? Good night, Joseph. Try to get some sleep.
Good night, Joseph. Hope you get some peace, honey. I don't know.
Well, read the Wikipedia. I don't know if you ever looked into this before, but
in 1952.
Yeah, he wrote a book.
That's the weirdest. That's weird. I mean, that shit's weird. I don't even. You do, Emperor Wing?
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all have ever heard of
hold on, Emperor Wing, were you a Scientologist at one time or something? I know, Nickel, that's exactly what happened. Exactly.
Sorry, y'all, I keep yawning a little bit. So let me give y'all my theory on the digital central banking system, and silver and gold. Okay, so we've all heard of this mark of the beast deal, right? And silver and gold are mentioned in the Bible how many times? I forgot the number, but quite a few, right? So it's my belief that silver and gold are going to be there as God's money, right? There's going to be used to combat the mark of the beast.
Yeah, that's probably what it was meant for all along. Like in the end. Okay. You responded to. Okay, so you used to be a cop then, right? Duh. And you're responding to a cell phone theft. Okay.
That's just one. It's showing one of three. So that means there's more. He's typing more.
No, I know. I was just like, okay, like letting them know that we read that part. Some count verses and some count mention words. When the church was a pristine office with the nameplate L100, it was like a shrine. Didn't surprise me.
Thomas, it is. It is very scary. The power and influence that they have, but the the power that influencers have over people, and with the technology that has been given to them, you know that. I mean, it. I don't think it's a coincidence that. Wow, yeah, I believe that, Wang. It is very culty sounding. um, Technology, influencers, social media, I mean, they have power. They have the power to censor, they have the power to influence, to change people's perceptions. Um, Nickel, I did drop a Rumble video today. It's one that I do have up on YouTube with the Marine Corps coin that I received, that I got in the mail. The Branch Davidians. Oh man, yeah. Well, right here, what do you know about power?
I remember that Branch Davidian standoff. That was sad. And I heard we didn't get the whole story on that whole situation.
We probably didn't.
We didn't get the whole truth.
Do you remember the cult there outside of Abilene, over there by my grandma's house?
Yes. Yes.
What the hell is the name of it? The Yahwehs.
They always.
Yeah, there's one of those compounds over there by Clyde, Texas. The Yahwehs.
So here's the theory that AI is going to be the Antichrist. What do y'all think about that?
Cigars. Some people say that the Marine Corps is a cult. We are very cult-like. Nickel says it'll be a man. Freemasons. Well, everybody, definitely Ruby Ridge was another one. And just recently, I forgot how many years ago it was, but some ranchers had a big stand-in out there in eastern Oregon, in Burns, Oregon, and one guy was going to leave, and the feds got him. The feds got him out there in a snowed in road. Guy had his hands up, the works, and
Thomas, I hope AI is a savior. I really do. I hope it's gonna bring us new healing technology. I'm hoping that's what it's gonna do, is improve our lives. Not.
but has it?
It has in some ways, yeah.
Honestly, has AI has the internet? Yep, cigars. You know which one I'm talking about.
I'll let you borrow my white charger.
Yep, Mark. Me too.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting Terminator vibes. Yeah, I don't know. Some people
Well,
have evidence that
what's another name for Satan in the Bible, or
or that AI is Satan. Satan is
I mean,
AI.
it's
Yeah,
he's known as the great deceiver, right? The great
the
deceiver.
great deceiver.
So how easy is it nowadays to distinguish what is real and what is fake because of AI?
Yep, that's right.
Hey, Stuart. Yeah, steers and
I don't know who that person was, but I'm putting weird stuff.
here's where we differ. Me and Miss West Texas Sub is, I am a firm believer in free speech and the First Amendment. So even with some of the trolls, I'll go ahead and let them spit their stuff out until they get bored and leave.
Yeah, well, he was a good-looking angel. He was the most beautiful angel in heaven, but he wanted to be like God.
Well, and it's that people. I think people tend to stop doing. When a computer starts thinking for itself, but it's that man has essentially stopped thinking for ourselves.
Well, and also what AI is doing is it's the one that's combing through channels and looking for keywords. And, if you said one wrong word one time and it picks it up, or if it like sees anything on your YouTube that it doesn't like, it can just delete you. It's not a person, it's AI doing it. They're the ones that are going through everybody's channels now, combing through them. Because they've deleted two of mine for absolutely no reason. Was it plugged in? What was this one?
No, that one doesn't work.
No.
Sorry, guys. One of our daughters should be in bed by now, but she's looking for a
A
charger.
white charger.
Yes, we are yawning, Nickel. I think it's about bedtime.
Yeah, we better get to bed.
Combing the planet like Spaceballs.
Thank y'all for coming in.
Thank y'all for coming in. Yeah, we better. I get lost track of time a little bit. And
Nickel, y'all, Bellows, y'all are all awesome, man. Thank y'all for being here.
Tuli, take care.
Tuli,
Emperor Wang, take care, man. We'll
thank you for being here, Tuli. Emperor Wang, Thomas. All of you guys are awesome for hanging out with us. Herman, you too.
Good night, Herman.
Silver and Cigars. Nickel, Mark, Stack, That Gold. Y'all have an amazing night. And God bless.
Oh, there
God
we go.
Another
darn big yawn. Oh, wow,
I'm
really tired. Yeah, it was a long day.
Yes,
yeah. We like to do lives about different things. We can
We just talk about a variety of topics, you know,
Yeah.
whatever comes to mind.
There's only so many things you can talk about with silver and gold. I
Good
mean,
night,
honestly,
everyone.
there's only so many things you can talk about with silver and gold that everybody hasn't already heard, you know. And that's why I like to get on here and just talk about whatever, you know. I mean, that's nickel. I can't get into women's basketball, buddy. I just don't know what it is. I don't. Cigars almost had me on women's volleyball once. I better watch what I say.
Yeah, you better.
I'm gonna get in trouble. Anyways, y'all have a great night. Simplify. God bless. Uh, well, she's doing something now, but you know what she's gonna say, right? Say it.
What?
Say it. Your little ender. Your little.
Oh, hugs, hearts, and high fives.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Sorry, we're just jumping off. It's I don't even know what time it is now, but I got to be up in a few hours. So, y'all have a great night. We'll do this again.
Good
Heck,
night.
we
God
might
bless.
try. We might try Thursday or Thursday maybe, or Sunday morning for breakfast. Good night, everybody.